Okay, and we're back. So, you've docked your boats, and you're approaching the manor house. I assume you're using the same marching order as before.
Mm-hmm.
Might as well, yeah.
Yeah. So you walk up
Alright.
to the first. You walk up to the house. There's windows on either side. There's a little porch with an old rocking chair out front. Under like a what's the word? An awning. And there's a sturdy looking, you know, oak door.
Are the windows open? Like, are they shuttered or anything?
You might be able to peek through some of them.
Alright. Well, Dethel will spare a glance through the windows, see if he can spot anything inside, assuming it's not too dark for him.
It isn't too dark in the. So you go to the window to the left of the door, and you peer through that one, and you can see like into the front room. There's kind of a it's a large room. You can see that there's like on either side of the room there's like staircases that go up to the second floor. There's it's very dusty inside. You can see there's an old rug, like a rolled out carpet in front of the door. There are shelves with knickknacks and things about. Yeah, there's yeah. You don't see anything moving about or any sign of anything like that.
Well, someone is going to have to open the door. Step inside.
True.
I mean,
Any reason we can't just smash it open?
Kodrak will open it if no one else is gonna.
Yeah, we should try. Open. No, we should climb in through an upstairs window.
I mean, if anyone has a crowbar, it does give advantage on strength checks.
I mean, have we checked it? Like, do we?
Yeah, so
need-
try the
yeah.
knob first.
Well, we might need the crowbar to turn the knob. You never know.
Let's just improvise and see
If
what
it's
happens.
jammed, I'll cast grease on it. Let's just try the knob.
Yes. So you try the knob and you open the door and it squeaks, but it opens. And it opens into a large foyer, I guess is the word.
Foyer.
And there's on either side you see staircases that go up to like a little space on the second floor. There is a carpet that goes from where you are straight across and forward to another set of double doors. On either side of the carpet, like at the base of the stairs, you see a suit of armor with a long sword standing at like soldiers at attention. On the
What kind of armor?
it is full plate armor that is sized for human, of course. Inscribed with it's ornate. It's got like silver bands decorating it in ways.
Well, whether or not those are monsters preparing to strike us, Lucas will say out loud in character, we should definitely try to take that armor with us. Far too valuable to be left here to rust.
I want to see if that longsword has anything special.
Careful, it's probably spring loaded to swing at you. Right?
I don't know.
Furthermore, to the left and right, like before the stairs, there are doors going on either direction. The walls here have works of art on them, although with the broken window, the very damp swamp air has just molded over them and ruined any of the value of the paintings. There are like trophy cases kind of things on the right hand side, and you can't tell without getting closer if there's anything of worth in that. So you're standing in front of the open door, and that is what you see. What is it that you do?
Well, we should
Take us
probably-
in, Dethel. We'll follow you along in our usual order.
Dethel will advance. Keep an eye open just in case there are booby traps or things that would be booby traps if someone actually intended for them to be there.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Bill Sticker looks up.
Up on the ceiling there is a glass chandelier.
Don't walk under that.
Yeah, that's probably a good decision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going to not walk under that.
All right. So Dethel doesn't detect any sort of traps or anything like that. You're kind of like almost in the middle of the room. But not under the chandelier. So.
Well, we
Right,
should
so
probably
people
take a
wanted
look
to
at.
check out the armor first, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. So who's doing
Yes. Certainly worth examining. It would be quite valuable if it's still functional.
I think Kildrak is gonna examine it if no one else is.
that? You step up, and how are you? It appears as ordinary, fine. Well, it looks like ordinary, completely shit human-made armor.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so I mean basically he's got proficiency with Smith's tools. I figure he's got at least some modicum of competency
Oh,
with
yeah.
metalwork.
Yeah.
So,
Certainly.
you
do.
know, I mean, obviously, yes, he's going to think that it's garbage because it's human made. But...
Yes. It's human made, and the jeweler that applied these silver decorations has no artistic no artistry in their soul at all.
he looks at the rest of them and he's like, "Yeah, this is junk. Don't worry with it. It's garbage." Just some human-made crap.
Well, a human might pay 150 gold pieces for each suit. It's well worth loading into the boat.
If you say so, I guess. I think it's junk, but
Well, see if you can lift the helmet off, and if it doesn't try to murder us, we should get it packed up before we go any further.
So do dwarves have the concept of like artistry, or would they look at it and say like, these aren't traditional designs?
I don't know. I would think they would have some concept of
Yeah.
artistry.
Yeah, no, like I think I do not. They're not. Kenku. They have they have artistry and creativity.
It's probably just different than human and
Yeah.
etc.
And they certainly like the worst dwarven smith knows how to make something that's good. The best dwarven smith knows how to make something that's good and also beautiful. And
Beauty from
probably
function.
decorated with the images of cheese.
I'm fond of cheese.
Then you should get good thoughts looking at a lot of
For its many
uh,
holes.
yes.
Okay,
look
well,
at
anyway,
dwarven art.
since Lucas said to take the helmet off, Kildrak is gonna just kind of bump it with his axe. He doesn't want to mess with it really.
So, as you bump it with your axe, the helmet with the axe, the entire suit of armor, like stumbles and catches itself as if it were a person, and it pulls up that longsword and assumes a fighting stance.
Oh, son of a bitch!
Well, I mean,
I told you it was a trap. Ah!
Even I knew better than that.
on a strictly meta level, there was no way KSB
Oh.
was going to be like, oh, you open the first door, here's 3,000 gold.
Of course not. I mean, obviously, but it was totally in character, I think, for Kildrak to do that. So,
Yeah.
okay. I don't know. I guess at that reaction, Kildrak is going to sort of half stumble backwards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The other suit also reacts and like readies its sword, and the two of them stare at the party. And maybe we should roll initiative at this point.
Possibly.
Sounds reasonable.
Damn.
Let me open the turn tracker. Go. Turn tracker.
I'm using my first initiative, obviously, but
Okay, let's see.
I'll edit the 10 in. It doesn't look like it worked, so I'll try it again.
Well, at least I didn't roll a 1 this time.
Oops, I closed the thing with their stats. Let's see, looks like they have.
That's the highest initiative for the whole game. Actually, I think it's my first one that wasn't a 4.
Okay. All right, is everyone in the list now?
I'm not.
Okay.
No Corendor.
Okay, go ahead and roll. All right. Let's see. Sending numerically. There we go.
Oh wait, when you take a long rest, you get all your hit points back and then half your total hit dice again. So like we'd be back up to 2. No, if I spent 1.
Yes.
All right, cool.
So Deathville, these suits of armor have taken up a fighting stance after being poked by Kildrak. So, how does Deathville respond to this?
Alright. I guess the way he normally would, by punching them. It's how he deals with things. They get punched.
Very good. If that is his decision.
So yeah, he'll move up to 1 and punch it.
All right. Go ahead.
Does a 12 hit?
No.
No.
That's unfortunate.
I'm reasonably confident we're going to need an 18 to hit them, unless they have shields.
They do not have shields. They are wielding two-handed swords.
Right. Well, I guess I'll keep punching until I do hit. That hits. Probably. I can't imagine it not hitting.
The 23? Yeah, that hits.
Alright. That's 6 damage.
All right. So Deathville leaps forward and punches the off balance suit of armor in the face, and dents the helmet. The animated armor reacts with shock and surprise. No, it doesn't. It doesn't have. You can't read its expressions. It doesn't have a face. But it does react with violence. Deathville is met with an immediate response from both skeletons as they armors as they bring their long swords to bear against
I wish it was a skeleton.
him. Yep. 6 does not hit, nor does a 5. The
All hail Nilfenberg.
yes, the armor swings their swords, but Deathville, yeah. I don't know how to narrate a miss that bad.
Deathville is deft, and they are not.
Yes. All right, Phil Sticker. They have begun doing violence against against each other. What do you do?
Well, obviously, we should start
sorry,
by saying
hold on.
hi to them.
One moment. I forgot these things have multi-attack. So that was one of them.
Sweet.
This was the second one. Is the 13
They still
hit you?
don't hit.
Yeah, okay.
Thank God.
But at least they move to stand together.
Yes.
Unfortunately, these things both have 50-50 odds of hitting me, and I've gotten lucky so far, so...
Well, this fight's gonna get a lot easier after Lucas's turn, but just keep him pinned down, guys. We'll be fine.
I certainly hope it does, because, I mean... If I
got
keep
a-
losing
I've got a trick as
characters,
well.
I'm going to end up being level 1 while you guys are like level 5.
Well, stop winning initiative, and you'll stop losing characters.
This is the first time I've won initiative in this entire game.
Fair enough.
Well, Filster decides that there are probably greater dangers ahead, like when we find the magic portal to the bug dimension further on in the magic school. So he just sticks to Eldritch Blasts for now.
This is the wrong
Let's
campaign
see.
for that, but you know, very good.
I can't tell any difference between any game and any other game. I'm a racist. So I shoot.
Oh my god.
So from wherever he is standing, Filster
Mhm.
wiggles his fingers, and the Eldritch Blast leaps for the one who, I guess the one whose head has been punched.
Sure. Double down on the same one.
Uh,
That makes sense.
yeah.
That's good strategies.
Now he's in melee, so I guess I'm at disadvantage, right?
You are not in melee.
I mean, he is with a friend.
Right.
It's only going to give him cover at best.
Yeah.
Okay.
And since positioning is vague here, I'm going to assume that you can move to like somewhere else in the room and have a clear shot.
That I do.
You got 30 feet of movement. It's not a huge room.
Well, I got 25.
Oh.
Bazoo.
Then maybe now you can't.
Oh wow.
But you crit him, so okay.
That is shit.
Maybe not quite, but still, that's nice.
Alright, let's see. So what's crit do? I don't remember.
Just
Doubles.
Double the damage dice in this
yeah,
edition?
it doubles
I
the
think you
damage
could just
dice,
click-
but not your thing. And yeah, if you click the thing, it will automatically roll the extra damage die. So you did a total of 8 damage.
Oh, you bastard, die.
Yeah, your Eldritch Blast hits it in one of the arms and cracks the plate and seems to age it 100 years instantly as the Swampergy covers it in moss and otherwise disables that bit of armor you struck.
Huzzah. Oh no, I don't want to make people old.
Ixa. Ixa, violence is happening.
Yeah, so naturally she'll grab her sword at this point and rush forward to try to attack the same one that Quilsticker and Deathwell attacked.
Okay.
Is it dim enough in here that she's no longer at disadvantage?
Yes. Because you're kind of deep into the room, so you're away from the direct sunlight. So yes, you can see in here.
Thank goodness. All right, now she'll swing her sword.
Well, 22 hits for sure.
Not very impressive damage.
Nope. But you puncture the breastplate and leave a hole in the armor.
Better than nothing.
Silas.
Yep, so from a safe distance, Silas is going to recklessly attack. Let's see. Just gonna represent vaguely that he's not quite that far away, but 10 feet or so.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, you're like stabbing over your friends or something.
right, something to that effect.
Recklessly.
In a way that I assure you is narratively reckless. Despite how hard that is to justify with a pike. Well, I didn't need the advantage, but I'll take it.
Mm-hmm. 6 piercing, yes. Yes, you come in and you go like over Kildrak and come down into at the armor, and you go through the helmet in a blow that would have surely killed a human adversary, but instead just leaves a big hole in the helmet.
Uh,
And
See, the recklessness that I went over Kildrak when I clearly could have gone over Philsticker because she's short anyway, or Ixa. Oh,
well, Kildrak's a dwarf.
Yeah.
He's short too.
oh right.
I'm
Yeah.
not that short.
It's a
Yeah.
very small party, so.
I guess you're standing recklessly close to the chandelier.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
The
One-
true danger in this
yeah.
room.
Yes. If just one of them threw their sword at that chandelier, well then, like, you would all take like a D4 of glass damage.
Oh no.
Hey, that's like 7d4 damage. That would be a hell of an attack.
That
Uh.
could take me to half health.
Me too.
So yes, now we're on Lucas. So Lucas, what's your Oh, that'll do. That'll do
So
nicely.
dex saves from the suits of armor.
Yes. You may have noticed from their initiative roll, Dex is not their stat.
Well, I mean, who makes full plate have dex? That's just a waste.
Yes.
Make them breastplate golems if you want to give them dex.
Yes.
But it's really good. Prone creatures have disadvantage to attack, and we have advantage to attack them. So
Yes. Okay, so Grease covers ground in 10-foot square within range. You can get
I'm
both.
trying to get the two of them in behind them.
Right.
They're both in melee with the same person, so this is presumably plausible.
Yeah. So, that works. And kind of it's in like a hallway, you should be able to get them without your allies in this situation. So-
Yeah, maps are good for grease effects, unfortunately, but
Mhm.
I appreciate the benefit of the doubt here.
Yeah. Mostly because I'm like, it's like a tiny like way between the two stairs, and you came from one side, and I'm just kind of imagining they kind of formed up in that way, and you guys are now like attacking the front. So yeah.
Well, I believe part of the radius of the spell can be in a wall, right? Like if you cast a fireball, you don't need to place it so close to you that the back of the fire only touches the wall. Only the center of the spell has to be in the room. So like,
Mhm.
even
Yeah.
if they were back against a wall, I could do their 2 squares, and 2 squares I can't see them wouldn't be affected, I think.
Okay, so when the grease appears, each creature standing in the area must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or fall prone. Okay, so dex saves.
Ooh.
Ooh.
They both pass.
All
But
right.
they'll have to repeat at the end of each of their turns.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see. A creature that enters the area or ends its turn there must also succeed. Right. Okay. So it would be at the end of their turn, though.
But
Okay.
that's still pretty good.
Yes, it is. So the floor shimmers with the shine of the grease spell, and they continue standing and fighting. Kildrak.
Okay, well, I was. Man, I'm not sure that it's worth spending a spell on. I was going to do Bane. But kind of feel like since they're standing in grease, even though they didn't fail this time,
Mm-hmm.
that might be a bit of a waste. I guess I'm just gonna get closer and hit one of them with my axe.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that.
See how badly I screw this one up. Hey,
That's a hit.
cool. And I was hitting the one that was already damaged.
Yeah. Please tell me how you dispatch it. It is down.
I guess this is the one that I bumped to start with, right?
I think so.
Yes, this is the same one.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
like
I'm just
all the
gonna
damage has been done at that one.
I'm gonna just like quickly close to it and just kind of swing the axe almost like a baseball bat straight at its helmet. Knock its helmet clean off.
Yeah. Yeah, you do that, and the body part slumps down and falls to the ground, and the helmet goes and thunks against the railing of the stairs, and it falls, and the visor opens, and you see a now very broken human skull inside.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
so
they
they
were
are
skeletons.
I thought he was just confusing it with my game.
Quarandir. There is one undamaged suit of armor still standing.
Hmm. Well, the best I got is to shoot an arrow at something.
Shoot an arrow at something.
So we'll shoot an arrow at said standing, bone-filled piece of armor.
Mm-hmm.
Aren't all pieces of armor bone filled, really?
I mean,
Well,
not if
less.
they're empty. 19 hits. Yeah. So your arrow goes right through the breastplate, puncturing the armor all the way through. And we're back to the top.
Right through his bony heart.
Yes. And we're back to Dethel at the top of initiative.
Time for that 1-2 punch, I guess. Oh, that wasn't very good. That was only marginally better.
Mhm.
Wasn't really though, because you know you have to hit stupidly high number, or else it's completely useless.
Yes. The the armor. Guess it would attack. I mean, Dethel is the one who is in melee with it and has attacked it, so I guess he would attack him.
Bye, friends.
That seems fair.
Yeah. Does an 18 hit you?
Oh dear.
Goodbye, friends.
It's not a crit, so it probably won't kill you in a single blow. It might drop you, but it's unlikely.
If you have to keep re-rolling characters, eventually you'll get the best character just with all 18s in your stats.
And promptly die.
Uh,
Well, no, that one we'll try to keep safe. It'll actually help.
Goodbye,
Yes.
friends.
so it brings
Ah,
its
it's fine.
it brings its long sword around and slashes you for 3 damage.
It's amazing. A hit that wouldn't actually bring me to. Didn't even get me to half. I mean,
Yay.
it effectively got me to half, but
I mean, it rolled the minimum damage, so you know, cut it some slack. It happens. It happens to every suit of armor. Okay, normal. Sometimes you roll a 1. Filstiger?
Beams, beams, beams of crackling swamp energy.
Very good. Your beams are
Smash into the wall.
yes. After bouncing off the suit's armor, the swamp energy strikes the railing and breaks part of the railing and sets mushrooms to grow inside the inside the house.
I rolled a
The
one
house
again.
will now die slowly as it is eaten from the inside by the fungus. You have killed the
Personally,
house mimic.
I
But-
just find it shocking that the house didn't already have mushrooms.
See, it's actually a giant. It's actually just a gargantuan mimic, and so it's
Its immune system was
the immune system
helping.
has been fighting it off, but now that Philsticker has cursed it,
I
but
wish I got experience for that.
yeah. But seriously, Ixa, it is your turn.
Right, so she'll take another swing at the next one. Pretty sure that's a hit.
Yep.
And not much damage, but I'll
Yep.
take it.
Yep. You cut it in the gauntlet and ruin the gauntlet. Breaking the
Yeah,
little
we won't be
fingers.
selling these for anything now.
Silas?
Let's see. Well, once again, I will kind of recklessly attack the one that's still standing. And move Discord notification box.
That hits.
Nice.
Yep. And once again, you pierce the helmet and ruin the resale value.
Well, I don't think the glaive is more than a foot across, so I should be able to fix them.
Yeah, it's just very narrow.
Hmm.
Yep.
But
Cool.
I'll
It's
leave
still
that to
set.
the GM's decision. If we're not supposed to get these as loot, I will abide by that. But otherwise, Lucas is going to try.
Well, KSB has to give them his loot because if not, I'll call him a hypocrite for being mad about the Torchbearer game.
I am no
if they
hypocrite.
despawn.
Then
Alright.
it's gonna be worth much.
Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, that doesn't take it down. It's still standing and such.
Yes. Yeah, it's still got a few hit points left.
Well, that's not an 18.
No, it isn't.
Sadly not.
Sorry,
So-
Con. This is D&D. Equipment's part of the monster.
Kildrak?
I don't know whether to go for the mostly sure damage. Screw it, I'm gonna hit it with the battle axe. Nope, no, I'm not.
Nope.
I'm gonna whiff.
Yep.
Oh, did it roll for the grease?
Oh, I forgot the grease. Let me roll
I
that.
don't think you did, unfortunately.
Let me roll that now.
Are you sure?
Okay.
Never mind.
It's good. Corander?
I let loose another arrow.
Okay. Shoot to kill. No, you don't. You killed the shit out of that banister behind it. Dethel.
Damn, it's back to me already. Right. More punching. Please, God, punch. It's not punch. That's not punch either.
But you're certainly denting the shit out of it as you're punching and just not getting any deep cuts in there. But let's see. I'm gonna have it make one attack at Dethel and one at Quarandir. So first Dethel.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Oh,
Goodbye. It was nice knowing you guys. Maybe someday I'll have a character that survives to level 2.
Maybe someday, when you're wounded in combat, you'll step backwards.
Yes. I'm so sorry. I just let's just see what happens.
If it does, oh,
Goodbye, everybody.
Oh,
Time to make a new character.
I was
Good
gonna
luck.
try and save you, but
Okay, so let's see.
Time to make a new character.
Yeah, that
Is
takes
that
you to negative
actually-
11, which is instant death.
Oh god.
I knew I should have cast heroism on you. Damn it. Oops.
I don't have as
See a
many
visual
fond memories of
representation
him.
of how fucked Ethel is.
Yeah, so if you would like to narrate how the skeleton instantly slays Dethel,
Jesus.
you may go ahead and do that.
So it was like the same skeletons that killed Gump. They went undercover, disguising themselves as armor here, waiting to take
It
revenge.
just lifted its big old two-handed sword and cleaved him from shoulder to hip.
And he
And it was
drops
over.
in a blood splatter.
It's
And
okay.
We tell the
I-
skeleton.
I'm tired anyway, and I need to get up for school. So
Oh,
I'll see you guys next time.
All right.
Sorry, man.
I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry, but
Fine.
I'm sorry it happened again. But we'll make some character by next week.
Make someone with a ranged weapon next time.
If you have a
We'll
6
see what my
constitution
rolls are.
again, well, yeah, maybe consider going ranged.
alright, there. Good night, Slag.
Good night. Yeah. So does a 13 hit Kildrak?
Uh,
13?
Yeah.
I don't think it does.
I don't
It's even with AC, and I think that loses.
No. AC is their target number, so if,
Oh,
if
okay.
it is 13.
Well, then yeah, it hits.
All right. 9 damage.
It's painful.
Hmm.
Well, there's a
I just-
potion waiting for you if you survive the fight.
I
Do
just
us all a
really
favor. Don't be a Deathel. Withdraw from combat.
I just
Yeah,
really enjoy
yeah.
that he actually left right after his character died, because it makes me think of the Blackleaf thing.
He doesn't exist anymore.
Okay. Who?
Okay. Yeah. So so the skeleton, not the skeleton, the animated armor, brings the sword around and cuts Kildrak, and leaves him bleeding, but not too badly wounded. Filsticker, Dethel is down.
Oh no!
There's so much blood.
I don't have as many fond memories of him as I do of Gump. I mean, this is bad, I guess. We could tell the skeleton now that we respect its skill as a warrior, and then it'll join us.
The irony of this is that I could use his blood to cast Bane, which probably would have saved him.
It wouldn't have helped with a natural 20.
Before anyone else goes, do you want to see if the skeleton loses its footing?
Oh, yes, thank you. Not having a map where I can draw. This is the grease pile. Really,
Yep.
Helps. Hurts the.
This
brain.
is a very nimble
Yeah.
suit of full
Jeez.
plate.
You know,
he's
maybe
got cleats.
maybe your grease is defective. You accidentally cast glue, maybe, and
Well, I'm sure that they're making saves, so there's moments when they might have fallen over. They're losing their footing a little bit, and they're just You know, their foot's kicking out and they're putting it back. They're not falling over, but it still looks like they're fighting on slick ice.
Yeah.
No, I
Someone
think you
go
need to
nudge
call the
them.
demon you bought that grease from.
Yeah. Okay. So Filsticker, yes.
Okay, time for Filsticker to save the day by doing the same thing again.
Sure.
Deathel, no!
Good hit.
Yay!
Yeah. So you Eldritch Blast the last standing armor, and you hit it in the chest and rot a hole through the breastplate, and it slips on the grease and falls to the ground and does not move again.
Kildrak
We
looks
gotta
over
check
at.
Deathel for a pulse.
He's kind of split in half. I don't think you're going to find a pulse there.
Well, it's what Gump would have wanted. I checked for a pulse.
Lucas will
He
grimace
is dead.
the body and look around. Lucas Kildrak. Here, you should drink this, he'll say, offering a flask.
Kildrak is not opposed to drinking random fluids from people that he doesn't know super well. So yeah, sure.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
you should
done
know
all
me
I
well
can.
enough to know I'm not going to poison you after a fight.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying, I've still got 4 bottles of
I have 4
Jason's special
points.
brew.
Fair enough.
All right, cool. 4?
Good news is I can make another one of those next time we take a short rest.
Awesome.
Yes.
I'll also get more of that back when we do take a short rest.
If you choose to spend a hit die. My hope had been a better roll where you wouldn't have to spend a hit die,
Let's
but
see. Actually, let me.
Yeah, Song of Rest gives like a
Yeah,
bonus
that's hit
when
dice, yeah.
when someone spends a hit die, but
Okay.
it doesn't give entirely free healing, although basically it.
No, that's fine. I had forgotten what it said exactly.
Yep. So yes, you're standing around the foyer. You have the broken bits of armor and a dead comrade. What do you do?
we should take a little bit of time, get these loaded onto the boat, get the body out of here. Hopefully we'll find materials inside the house we can use to prepare a pyre. And I certainly don't want to leave them here next to these undead things, all that's left of them. We should burn their bones as well, perhaps in a separate pyre.
I'd like, if possible, I don't know, what this would be exactly, but if possible, I'd just like Kildrak to check the damage to see how severe it is to the armor.
Okay. So a few things. First, you start taking the armor off the skeletons, as you mentioned, separate, not taking the undead things with you. So you start taking the armor off, and you see that the bones in here are very fresh. They look like the flesh has been pulled from these bones very recently. The armor is some of it salvageable. Between the two, you don't quite have 2 full suits. The pierced bits are repairable with by Lucas with mending. And Kildrak is pretty sure with his hammer he can hammer out the dents. But the places that got blasted by Filsticker are irrecoverable. But between the two of them, you should be able to create a full suit of armor.
Cool.
Yes, the bones, as you're separating them out, there is scraps of clothing still inside the armor with the fresh bones, and you discover a leather pouch that was on one of the skeletons, like on their belt. But it was underneath the armor. So like if someone who if this was a person, they wouldn't have been able to access their own pouch because it was inside their armor in an unusual way. But you find a leather pouch, and inside that leather pouch are a set of thieves' tools, lockpicks and glass cutters and assorted, thieves' tools. And with the thieves' tools, there is a piece of paper that has been folded up and put in there as well. You also find a coin purse with 10 gold coins in it.
Well, at least we got something out of this mess. It's not great, though, losing Dethel.
No,
Must be some
I'm
curse
starting
on
to
it.
think that his order of monks may not be ideally suited to adventure in this swamp. If another monk tries to join us, we should be cautious. At least warn them. We've had very bad luck with monks.
Yes.
Well, is anyone able to use these thieves' tools?
Silas
thief?
shakes his head. No.
I mean, I've certainly picked up things here and there. I'm sure that I could use them to some degree, but if someone's actually decent with them, that would probably be better.
Yeah, I am not.
Well, hang on to them for now. Perhaps there'll be a locksmith in Clink who has use for them.
I'll need several thousand more gold for that.
Actually, so more meta sense. Does Jack of all trades apply to like tool proficiencies, or is that purely to skills?
I don't know, but I think I would allow it to apply to thieves' tools because that seems appropriate to me.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure.
Let's see. Yeah. Well, at least how you have it written in here, it says any ability check you make that doesn't already include your proficiency bonus.
And I just
which would
copy and pasted that from.
Okay. Yeah, then that would include any ability checks that are tool proficiencies. So yes. So you can now use any set of tools with half your proficiency bonus.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and that thing that Khan just linked.
It's Jack of all.
Seems
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
it looks like it's kind of unresolved.
Yeah. My instinct would be to say yes, though.
Okay.
I think
I
that
mean-
I feel like it should allow you to.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's not like it's going to make a
Yeah.
massive difference.
Yeah,
but
and it's
at
not
least
like
we
you would
can-
ever be better at it than someone who actually had the proficiency. It
Right,
just
no, not at
means
all,
that
but-
it means that your jack of all trades bard can attempt it, and I'm fine with that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure before, I made an in-character plea to, or play to keep them.
Right.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So you found the thieves' tools. There's a little note inside the thieves' tools, and there is the coin purse with the 10 gold.
When we get that to a money changer, that'll come out to 1 gold, 6 silver, 6 copper each,
Cool.
plus the money changer's fee of the remainder.
I guess we should pop this note open, see what it says.
Definitely.
Put that gold amount in the game chat.
I did.
Thank you.
I'll put it here too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of course I was looking at the wrong one.
So, you open the note. The note is, it says something to the extent of, you will find the house 2 days south of Clink. Take these tools. They should help you get inside. You were looking for the journals of
Lord Godfrey.
Godfrey. That's the name. Looking for the journals of Lord Godfrey. Bring them back to me, and you will have your pay.
I'm starting to think your friend doesn't like you very much.
I'm having similar thoughts. This doesn't seem very above board.
She didn't write us a note.
Well, she must like you less than these poor saps.
Perhaps she merely trusted that you could remember such simple instructions. Regardless, we should finish searching, not for your friend, but just to make sure we aren't ambushed in the night. This would make a fine staging point to examine some of the other outlying areas. A good place that we could barricade in, perhaps, if there's a secret room. Seems valuable to us as cartographers to ensure that this house is safe.
Well, I'd like to see if there's anything of historical interest in here as well.
Oh, absolutely. Very much like to see these journals. I wonder what's in them.
Mm-hmm.
So it was 2 doors in this room?
Yes. There are 3 on this floor. There's the one that was behind the skeletons, armor.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's so basically, if you imagine that the door that you entered in is on the south side. Actually, I guess it would be on the north side. Let me just rotate my mental map, flip it vertically. Okay, so you came in from the north. There is a door on the east and the west side on the same floor that you're on. There is a door to the south, also on the same floor that you are on, and then there are the 2 sets of stairs which kind of go up and wrap around and join together like a landing thing above the south door.
Lucas is getting out some graph paper and beginning to make an accurate map of the area.
Okay. Perhaps we should create a new page to create the map on.
Yes, although Lucas is far better at this than I am, so you'll all have to tolerate that.
Yes. Let's see. That should be big enough for now, at least. Okay. Okay. Graph paper page created. Currently the scale is set to 5 foot because that's the default. Do you want me to change that for the purposes of mapping?
No, thank you. But what is the size of this room?
Okay, that's a good question.
The north face of the room that we came into is how wide?
Let me see. Maybe 25, 30 feet?
Which is it?
30.
Right, because like if we're bothering to make a map, I figure we'll stop and like measure as best we can.
And the double doors are in the middle of that?
Yes.
They open out or in? It's a house, so we'll figure on out.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Okay, next up, the eastern wall. How long?
Just marking that there are windows here and here.
Wonderful.
Those should be the same. Pretend those are the same size, or fix them later. Yeah. So the eastern wall, go with 15 feet. And same on the other side.
And there's doors in those that are halfway down the wall?
Yes. Doors
And
here.
which direction do they open? Into this room or into the other room?
Into the other rooms.
Naturally, that's going to be like that. Where are the staircases located, and where is the rear door located?
Okay. The rear door is located here.
Is it a double door?
It is a double door. It goes inward. Or rather, it goes towards this way.
Oh, interesting.
And the stairs are like on either side of this, going. Let's see. So like the stairs. Oops. Why did it default to yellow? That's an ugly color. So like the stairs go up.
So like
How do I?
all right. And obviously I won't be able to map that until we get to the next level, which will be a different page.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Lucas does not otherwise care which direction we go, but maybe we move our tokens into here, and we draw the map as we fight.
Sure.
Yep, seems fair.
I will go and copy your tokens and move them over.
But I'm not like trying to guilt you into using maps. I'm just playing a cartographer, so.
No, this is fine.
Besides your dad.
I intended to have like a nice map of this that I could uncover, but I also figured that we wouldn't actually get here until next week.
Oh.
It seems to not want me to copy everyone at once. Let me try that again. Copy. Okay, that worked. I just had to right-click copy instead of Control C.
I'm going to leave Balearica sort of standing near the dock, looking like a bird.
Okay.
She can alert me if anyone shows up, or if I pass out of like broadcast range, she can just like fly up to the roof, get a hold of me that way.
Mm-hmm. Probably should have made this room a little bigger. But whatever. Okay.
It's fine. It's a lovely foyer.
Yes. All right. So yes, you've dealt with the armor. You've got the skeletons and Dethel's bodies laid out. Where do you go from here?
Lucas doesn't particularly mind where we go. He'll leave that to the more adventure-y sorts.
Right. Hmm. Does anyone have a preference? If not,
Well, did it seem like the skeletons were guarding one of the exits or doors? Or...
I think they're like to either side of this door, like there and there.
Yes. So retroactively, if you were to think that they were guarding something, it would have to be the double doors.
Okay.
Seems like a good place to start then.
Yeah, I think that seems fine.
Shouldn't we go to the smaller, less important rooms like this one?
What, do you think the manor will fall apart and force us to leave when we find the best treasure?
Yes.
Seems an odd contingency. Surely you'd have it go off before they found that.
It's lasted this long. I'm sure it will remain intact for a while longer. So I'd be fine with Ix and Silas, opening these doors at once, unless Phil Sticker's gonna run off and force our hand.
Yeah.
God, he went all the way off the map. And we're just gonna leave Dethel and the skeletons here for now. We're not gonna take care of that at the moment.
I don't know if we really are able to at the moment, but I guess we could.
We'll
just
fight
need-
Bethel on the way out.
It would probably make sense to take care of that if we're able to right now.
Yeah.
I don't mean like a full thing even necessarily, but maybe just.
I think we
move
were
bodies
definitely
outside.
carrying him back to the boat. Yeah.
Yeah,
we weren't going to leave him here with these undead bodies. We'll also
Right.
carry them outside, but leave them in a different pile, far from
All right, so we can do that first.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable.
Actually, this is probably adequate. I will take a few minutes to just dry out these bones and then light them on fire.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Okay.
We'll
Yeah.
need a more proper funeral for a party member, but for disposing of skeletons,
Yeah. That's no problem. You do so.
and then I guess is the next room wider than the foyer?
Probably a little bit.
5 feet wider on each side?
Yeah, we'll say 5 feet wider on each side, and 20 feet deep.
So another flat room like this one?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah. So you open the door, and inside here, you see you're met with a long rectangular dining table, and chairs all around it. In the on the center of the table, there is a centerpiece that is a wooden carving of an Olm in a pose. One moment, and I will put it where you can we can all see it. That has been painted a pure white color. If
And an Olm is like a salamander, right?
yes, I have a picture here of what I'm talking about. There, I just want to put it in the Roll20 so it'd be in the recording. So it's like a statue of one made of wood, and like on a branch, like on a very natural branch, and it is making this sort of serpentine movement, and the Olm has been painted white. And that is, in the center of the table. On the walls, are bits of artwork depicting things some of you have seen in the swamp. You see a very skilled painting of but a very disturbing painting of leech chewers in a tree eating like the pulling the flesh from a human arm on one wall. On another wall, you see a swarm of scumboggles devouring a screaming, living human man. And on the other wall, you see a field of water. In there is a boat passing by a giant snake. It's like as big around as a tree, and it's coming down and with its body about to crush the canoe.
Do you suppose that he was a painter, or do you think that he hired someone in Clink to prepare these?
I'm not sure if anyone in Clink could do these.
Yeah.
You think he sent a letter describing the paintings to Nilfenberg and asked a painter there to reproduce them and had a courier bring them?
It's possible. I have other letters here out. Which, this might actually be the first time Silas even mentions that, and assuming I'm remembering it being true
you?
even.
Yes.
Does he mention being a painter at all?
KSV?
No, but there are sketches in some of the letters which denote some skill.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, Silas is not a painter as such, but I think he takes out like a bundle of the letters and shows them to Lucas by whatever light we're exploring by.
Lucas's light spell.
All right. I didn't know if you did that or it's just from the windows, but all right. Yep.
It's maybe a combination because I do need to add the windows that are in this room. But go ahead, continue.
But yeah, no, he just shows them the letters, which, if I recall correctly, are just old faded parchment with his description of swamp monsters and his artistic renditions.
Mm-hmm.
Does Lucas think that there might be any value in these paintings to the people of Clink? Would anyone pay any money for them?
Probably not in Clink. If you could maybe sell them to a merchant passing through Clink, who would be then hoping to resell them to some noble with more money than sense.
They do seem a bit bulky, and we've got
yeah.
two a suit of full plate in the boat already. I guess we'll leave them.
So we could probably like remove the frames and roll them, but they would probably get damaged by the weather.
Well, I have scroll cases. We would roll them up.
Ah, yeah. Up to you.
We'll come back to it if we decide to when we're done.
I will have to say that whoever buys them has questionable taste in art.
Well, perhaps. Depends what they buy them for. You know, a few gold here, a few gold there could be valuable to a purveyor of mysteries. A stage play. Those sorts
Possibly.
of buyers. Any other exits to this room?
Yeah, there probably should be a door. Yeah, there's a door over here in this corner.
So,
Yeah, and also, does the Ulm mean anything, like in terms of religious significance to Silas?
You have proficiency religion?
I believe so. I think that comes with being a hermit. Let me see. Yep,
Right.
it does.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, roll that.
I should have used inspiration, but I didn't need it. There we go.
There is an entity. You've heard the people of the swamp speak of an entity in the swamp called the Ghost Olm. That's what it translates from. The Ghost Olm is a giant, white, eyeless being who lives in the swamp, and you do not want to meet them.
Mhm.
They will curse you unless you offer them significant tribute when you see them.
Interesting. All right. Mhm. Yep, I'm not going to do anything with that information at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So from where do you go next?
Lucas again has no strong opinion.
Right, and there's only the one exit?
I think so. Yes.
All right.
Well, I suppose we should go check the door in the corner unless someone wants to go check the ones behind us.
Yeah, I don't know. It might be best to do like the whole, searching the other ones, so we just see which path looks the best overall, instead of just going along one way and then backtracking. But I'm not super attached to that way of doing things, so
No, it seems fine.
just gonna pick up Phil Sticker then and move him out of the way.
So going west.
Gonna peek in the west door.
Okay.
And the goblins, they didn't follow us, right?
Right.
Or anything? Alright. Just to make sure they weren't totally forgotten, because I forgot what the agreement was. If we were just gonna go back and tell them, hey, we did the hard part for you.
Oops. That's not right. Dang it! Did it as one continuous unit.
So, how big is the room?
I'm trying to map it, but the map tools don't do what I want them to do.
I've been Roll20ing for a while. I can help if you would like. Does the bottom wall continue on?
From
Oh,
there
there we go.
we go.
You got it.
Yes. and there is a door here, which, damn it, why does it keep returning? Why does it not remember what color I'm using? Why is it so bad? Now it's ugly.
It is a weird thing. Like, I know obviously you can get better at using it, but like, I would think a thing made specifically for tabletop games would have easier like mapping tools, like allowing you to draw along hexes and like squares easily
Mm-hmm.
without
mean-
doing a line and trying to fit it to them. And you know what I mean? Like, they could easily
Once you get the
have you
hang,
draw it along the lines.
it really is a question of once you get the hang of it, it's super easy. But there are also their monetization policy is selling maps, so that
Oh,
is
you're
a big
right.
part of it.
Forget about that because I would never pay for a map. But,
I actually love paying for their map tiles, like $5, and you get like a bunch of maps and useful like things. I like
I've
them.
seen them and they're nice. I agree. I mean, like if I had a bunch of spare money I wasn't doing anything with, I might. But you know,
Fair enough. I'm actually subscribed to Roll20 because they deserve my money for how much I use them.
that makes sense. The thing that I've seen that I would actually want the most is the dynamic lighting because that's really neat. I think.
Well, if you ever want it for one of your campaigns, what you can do is you can add me as a GM, and I can join the game as a player when I launch it. And so I won't have any special power or privileges, but because I'm listed as a GM on the game, it will be a premium game.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, I might have to take you up on that at some point.
And then
No
when
worries.
they cancel his premium user status because of it, they point to this recording.
My thoughts exactly.
You know, if I'm in the game, I doubt they'll care.
Yeah, I mean, he would be paying for premium status and still being one of the players in the game. Normally, only the GM has to have it, but really, that means one player per game has to have it.
Right, I just need
know?
Reshamuk to actually play in that campaign. That'd be
Right.
fair then.
Right, because if he's
It's
not
not
playing in
Tony,
the in the campaign, then it's a little bit, abusive. But yeah,
It's
Okay.
not ponies, is it?
Well, we'll talk about that.
yes,
That's a big door.
it's
enough.
not intended as any larger than any other door. It just came out that way.
The Nilfenberg Empire has like disability, accessibility laws that certain rooms need to have giant doors.
Yes. So you see, so you open this door and you see an empty hallway with 3 doors branching off of it.
And there's no like art on the walls or anything?
There is a painting on this wall, but because of the broken windows, it's been partially molded
been
over.
swamped.
It's been swamped. A glance, though, you can tell it was a portrait. A portrait of a man.
Would like Lucas be able to with mending or prestidigitation? Well, no, not prestidigitation, but mending maybe like unswamp it so we could know what he looks like.
It would actually be prestidigitation, but
Oh, would it?
it's questionable whether this still counts as soiled or not.
Yeah, like you could remove the moss and like the grime, but I think the paint is gone. It's not like, it's had stuff like grow through it and things.
Yeah, it's been like destroyed.
It's
not
been
just...
it's been destroyed. You could maybe make out more after, maybe, but it'd be iffy.
Well, I will make an intelligence check, and if it's amazing, we'll go from there. Maybe it's
Nope.
not amazing.
Yeah.
That sure is a guy, all right.
Yeah.
Nope.
That's a guy who's got half his face covered in swamp stuff.
Nope, fair enough.
But yeah, since you're paying this close attention to the portrait, you see the frame has like a little label on it, and like a little brass, plate that has Lord Gottfried.
Mm. All right, cool. I want to maybe just like take a little peek in this room down here.
Okay. So Retromach, square this room with like 15 feet by however long it takes to get to the square with this.
So like that, but nice.
Yes, like that, but nice.
Alright.
So yeah, you, Silas, you poke your head in, and
Mhm.
you are you're hit with like a musty smell of like a guest room that's not been used in years.
Mm.
And
Smells like a swamp in here, man.
no, it's pretty dry actually. There's a window on the far side, but it's not been broken. But yeah, it looks like a bedroom. There's a bed set. It's perfectly made. There's a wardrobe in one corner. There is a dresser. Yeah.
Mhm.
There,
All right.
there's
I
a
mean,
chamber
out
pot.
of right. Yeah, all that. All
Bedroom
that sort of
stuff.
yeah, bedroom stuff. Yeah, sure. Out of character, like anyone could maybe search the drawers and stuff for any like personal effects or money or whatever. But Silas isn't really interested in that. Doesn't look like this room holds anything he cares about. Which is primarily the notes and any sort of weird magical
Oh yeah, we better
stuff that
check
needs to be
his sock.
confiscated. But
We better check his sock drawer.
right.
Felsticker does.
The rest of you are just hanging out in the foyer back there.
All
No, I
right.
think Phil Sticker's moving himself in to check the sock drawer.
Yes, I just.
Oh,
moved.
there we go.
So Phil Sticker, you're checking the sock drawer. Yeah, and you're gonna check the wardrobe as well.
Yeah.
Search the room. Give me a perception check.
He's a magic user. He gets a 1 in 6 in search by default.
Yeah, or whatever. I'm gonna use inspiration because I remembered that it exists before I've rolled.
Yay, we're getting better at this.
Okay. An 18. So, you check first you check the drawers. There is some moth-ruined old sheets and things, and not much in the bottom few drawers. On the top drawer, there is a glass bottle with kind of like one of those looks like a perfume bottle in that it has like one of those little squeezy things. I don't know what it's called. That like
An aspirator or atomizer.
yeah, it's got like an atomizer to like spray out, the liquid contents, and the contents kind of have like a purplish sort of color to them. And then you go to check out the wardrobe. Careful not to breathe in the Randall mold that will insta kill you.
Oh no.
It's a gaseous form of worm eggs.
Yes. Avoiding the gaseous worm eggs. you are met with there's an old cloak in here, and some winter. No, the swamps warm year round, so that wouldn't exist. But like some rain cloaks, some like weatherproofed cloaks, and while you're searching it, you find a like a false bottom, and you lift that up, and you find some some silver that's been stashed away a long time ago. It looks like there used to be more here, but because you
Some
can.
of it decayed.
Hmm?
But we waited too long, and some of it decayed.
No, it looks like you can see like when you pick up like you can see that there's like places where things were stacked, and like the floor is worn differently there than it is elsewhere. So it looks like there used to be more hidden here, but now there's just 7 silver pieces left.
Damn. Okay. That's interesting, though. Billsticker just puts all the silver pieces in his pocket because he figures no one will care.
Yes. So there you go.
He grabs a raincoat or two and carries those out. Says, "I found some raincoats."
That'll be useful. We can
Are
put
they
them-
the same size?
There are 2 adult human ones and 1 human child one, or goblin.
Interesting. And all in the same bedroom. Implies a guest room.
Yeah, at one point they must have had visitors.
Or at least expected they might. We should array ourselves around the next door before we open it, rather than all standing still in the foyer.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose that's a good idea.
Did you take the little bottle too, just out of curiosity? Cause I didn't.
Yes, I did.
Uda Swamp. Assuming it's a perfume or something.
Filled with swamp energy. You can tell because it's purple.
Right. Alright. I have arranged myself.
Okay. Oh, so you're gonna go to the east door now?
I think so.
Okay. Retromac, please make a mirror image of the hallway that is on the west side.
Coming right up, that's 2, 4, 8.
That makes sense. There's just like an arcade across the whole front of the house. Like,
Mhm.
It's going to be a bit of crossover there, but it's fine for partial.
Okay, so on this side you see basically the same layout of doors in the hallway, but what is different is that right here along this wall, there is a pedestal on which there is a giant humanoid head.
Sorry,
That
could you tell us where again?
yes,
Right here, I believe.
yes, right, yeah, right there along that wall. There's like a wooden pedestal, and on top of there is a giant green skin humanoid head with that has been taxidermied, and the mouth is hanging open, and there are rows of iron teeth, which are menacing iron spikes.
Oh,
I suppose this wasn't the guest hallway then. I should imagine that there would be a kitchen attached to the dining room. Maybe it's some sort of threat for the servants. He seems the sort.
I imagine down here is probably a kitchen then.
this head's about the strangest thing ever. Can I know anything about it?
Yes. What kind of swamp knowledge do you have, Philsticker? What are you proficient in?
Religion, I imagine.
Religion, nature, and medicine, because clearly this guy's had some dental medical work.
Well, let's start with nature.
Dentistry gets split into a different skill for reasons no one understands.
Okay. So, you got a 10. Quit rolling 10s on your knowledge checks. I never know how much to give
No,
you when you do that.
I think you just answer a 10 with a joke.
It's the meta result, so you tell him something interesting but not useful.
Yeah. It's a green-skinned humanoid that is gigantic in size. It probably has a lot of hit dice, and judging by the fact that I put it in here, it's probably a thing that lives in the swamp.
Right, yeah, I was guessing that.
Also, because you made the joke about it, I want you to roll medicine as well.
Yeah, I'm good at that.
Yeah. It looks like these steel teeth are naturally part of the creature, and not a case of having been added in.
That's interesting. So how humanoid is this head? Is it like, does it look like a human, or is it just, oid?
Humanoid. It's like it'd be a very ugly human, and the mouth is like, it's really more like a giant goblin, really. But it's like a weird, fat, lumpy head with the brain case looks like it might be smaller, after adjusting for body size, and the mouth is definitely bigger with strong jaws.
Yeah. We should take this thing.
That would be difficult.
Lucas is going to have a quick look over it and try to place if it's a more recent addition to the home or if it likely dates back as far as the grime does.
It looks like it was here when it is not like a recent addition. It looks like it. It is part of the decor of this room.
Fair enough. Lucas doesn't like it. He thinks that this is further evidence that the local lord was banished to the swamp for his lack of taste.
All right. So from here, where will everyone go?
Lucas thinks we should make at least a cursory examination of what appears to be the kitchen.
Yeah, so like looking down here, seeing if that's correct.
Okay. Yeah. So you open the door, and you are met with a horrible stench of well-rotting food. And it threatens to overwhelm your senses. And that's where we're going to leave it for this week, because it's about 2 a.m.
Okay, how wide is this room?
About the same as this room.
So it doesn't go to this door too?
Yeah, no. This room and this room are going to be connected through like another door, and they have overlapping purpose, but there is a separative wall.
I'll just put that there for now then.
Yeah, that'll do. Yes. So you open the door. You are overwhelmed by the stink, and that's where we're going to end the session for this week.
Ugh, somebody cast Druidcraft.
So,
All right, well, thank you again for running. Fun as always.
Yep.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'll have to think carefully about how to fit Slag's new character into the middle of the haunted house, but
Trapdoor in the ceiling.
You should play the Goblin Girl.
It crawls out of an air vent.
all good suggestions. We'll have to think about it. We have a week to figure it out. But,
So you have a day to figure it out.
Well, yeah, because obviously we won't do anything until the
Tuesday
last
night.
minute.
Anyways, like I've been crashing hard for a while, so I'm gonna just head off now.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah. Good night. Good night.
Talk to you
Yeah,
later.
me too. I didn't fall asleep earlier or anything. On it.
That's right, Ixo was back in the foyer, just chatting with the others.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've been falling asleep all day, so I was ready for this.
Good. That's how it should be. Go sleep through your life so that you can play D&D with me in the evening.
I
Very
kind of
important.
actually do that because I went to sleep at like 6 p.m. and I woke up at 11, and then like 11:05 came downstairs to get in the call. So I just mistimed it a little bit, but almost have my my sleep schedule arranged around this.
Yeah. And you'll be able to at least listen to what you missed on the recording after I upload it later tonight.
Oh, true.
So, yep. Well,
Yep.
yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and stop the recording then.
All right.
So do that YouTube stuff. Anyone out there who's actually listened to this, and subscribe and shit.
Click
If you
the little
want.
bell.
Yeah, there's a
Well,
We should
button.
do like
Just subscribe. It's good.
a view count at time of recording, next week.
Yeah.
It would be funny.
Refresh a lot.
Well, I know, like, the views we get are my friend Bryce watches, my dad watches, and I watch it. So that's like,
It was a little more than that. Like if I remember when I looked at, I think the third episode, it was like 12 views. I think
that's a lot.
I could be misremembering, but
We
I
might
think
have-
that was the thing. That
We
was
might
true.
have people that are watching this. Hey, out there, if you're watching this and you're not my dad or my friend Bryce or me in the future, rewatching this before next session, so I remember what things I made up, leave a comment and tell me about it.
Yeah, we're all still waiting to hear from the secret message in episode 1. So,
I
Keep an ear out for
answered
it.
the secret message. No one else did, though. No one else did.
well, naturally, they weren't first. Everyone wants to be the first.
Right, that's
We
true.
should leave a different secret message. Well, I'll put it like halfway through the next episode. I'll say it.
That'll work.
Interrupting for the new secret message or something.
That'll work.
Do it.
That'll work. But for now, yes, I'm going to end the call. Or not the call. I will probably talk to you guys, but ending the recording now.